Well, it's the end of the season and it's time for the traditional team competition, the Sidecarcross of Nations, and we find ourselves in the Czech Republic in Loket, a very famous motocross GP track. The weather here leading up to it was pretty good, but I can tell you the weather now we're here is not so clever at all. But we're going to make the most of it. This is a lovely town, but we went out to the track to catch up with some of the teams.
Dan, we haven't seen you on the GP trail much this year, but here you are back for another team event. Double race winner last year. Are you looking forward to this?
Yeah, definitely looking forward to it. We can't expect for much more than last year, but if we can do the same, it will set the team well on the way to get gold.
What do you think about the strength of the team? Just run us through who's in it.
I don't think it could be much better. You've got Brett and Joe, who are obviously on top form, winning in Rudersburg. Stuart Brown is Stuart Brown, so we haven't really got to say much about him. And yeah, me and Josh haven't done a whole lot of racing this year, but the racing that we have done, we've done pretty good. So it feels good. I feel like we could go and do the same as last year. There's no reason why not.
The current champions, of course, the Netherlands, they're weakened with backs going and 1 or 2 passenger changes, so the opportunity is there, right?
Yeah, we'll beat them, no problem.
You hope so. It's good to see you back. What about the GP trail? Are we going to see you back for a full season next year?
Yeah, I hope so, but obviously got to sort a few things out first. Yeah, I'd like to come back on top form. That's the plan, but we'll see.
Where do you find a passenger in the UK? That's the problem, isn't it?
I've found the best one I can find at the minute, so I've got to try and be a bit persuasive.
Well done. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Team Netherlands are the reigning champions, as we all know, but there have been some changes. Tell us about them.
Yeah, last week in Italy I had a big crash, and unluckily my passenger Ivar broke his tibia on the front and rear. And luckily enough he went to Holland the same evening and had surgery on Monday morning. So he was out and I need to find a new passenger. I found it in the Dutch guy Hantje van Haal. He's the passenger of Stef van Weijers. And also Team Lefferink, his brother Sam, a passenger, suffered some injury in Bessenbach, and he's still not fit enough to make it. So then we also made the decision to change him, and that will be Dion Rietman, also a Dutch guy, who will follow him up. So I think still a Dutch team completely and a strong team.
And the third team member, of course, Koen Hermans, who we all know is fast.
Yeah. Koen is the guy who was winning the title last year with Team Netherlands, and he's the main guy. I think he's the fastest, we all know. Yeah, that's the steady one, and I think me and Tim will show up also.
It's good to do the track walk with Brett Wilkinson on this famous Loket track. They've run some big events here, Brett, right?
Yeah, obviously every year MXGP's here. Looks a lot different on TV to what it is when you get here, but always a nice place to come to Czech Republic and ride on these tracks here. They're pretty good here.
They certainly know how to build one, don't they, here?
Yeah, all the jumps are pretty safe and big enough to make some time or make some passes. The track here is a little bit tough this weekend because of the weather. It's gone a bit one line, but yeah.
Is there an advantage, right or left chair, or is it pretty much 50-50?
Here is pretty much 50-50, which is nice to come to a track that's like that. And if you get a good start, it's you can for sure be up the front. Got
a favourite bit on it? That's somewhere you really like?
Yeah, I always like the jump up in the middle there where the crowd stands and you float over the top there. It's always a nice feeling.
Well, we've always said before, you get stronger as the race goes on. You've had a qualifying race, you've won that, so your chances look good, and so do the team chances.
Yeah, chances are good. We haven't decided yet who's going front or back row, so that'll change a bit of our overall thinking ourselves, but obviously we're here for a team, so hoping we can do the best for the team, so yeah.
And then when this is all over, we can all rest. So what are you going to do over the winter?
I've got the Western Beach Race next week.
Oh, wow.
Maybe a couple of parties coming up.
I know one of.
yeah. But no, we've got a bike to build and training starts again, so yeah.
Brilliant. Well, thanks for joining us. Good luck for the race.
Thank you. Cheers.
Well, this is the format. 3 races and 2 groups. Group A, Group B and Group C. Race 1, A races B. Race 2, B races C. Race 3, A races C. 3 teams in each of the national lineups, and Team Netherlands are the champions, although they've got a bit of a changed team. As you can see there, Dion Rietman on board with Tim Leffering. The pressure's off, the GP season is over. This is still taken pretty seriously, I can tell you. There's no messing around. They want to win, there's a lot at stake, but there is nonetheless a good party atmosphere. The weather is bitingly cold here. And Team France looks strong as well. Team Great Britain are good. Race 1 coming up. We're moments away. Into 15 seconds then. They have 2 rows, 1 team member on each. So 1 from Group A, 1 from Group B, 1 on the front row, 1 on the back row. You heard Brett Wilkinson say it's up to them how they do that. They have to make a team decision as to who starts on the front row. Right then, the gate ready to go down. We're into the closing second and down it goes. Look over on the right-hand side. Now who's getting it? It looks like Team France. It is Kylian Evon Prunier, number 7, into the hole shot. Away they go. Fantastic start for them. Look like Dan Foden as well. Dan Foden and Josh Chamberlain look to get a cracking start there. Well, it is the number 4 crew. Number 4 crew looking strong. Dan Foden, Josh Chamberlain. Team Belgium behind them in the pale blue shirts, I think, look like Marvin van Leeuwen with Robbie de Vena in this weekend because various passenger changes and national loyalties. But then Janssens has finished his season. So at the front, it's the French champions, the triple French champions, Kylian Evon Prunier. Away they go, they're looking fantastically quick here. The blue shirts and yellow helmets of Marcus Normank, the number 14 Estonia. He and Karl Albert Kasasalu ahead of Koen Hermans now. Koen Hermans and Ben van den Bogart, 4th place, looking to go 3rd. Or maybe just ahead of them is Van Leeuwen. Van Leeuwen, yes it is. Van Leeuwen up into 3rd place. 4th now, and a great move by Hermans. Hermans then pushing hard. Now, the British crew, the number 4. What a brilliant start by Dan Foden, always quick out of the gate. Double race winner here last year with Ryan Humphrey aboard. And Van Leeuwen now having a look. Van Leeuwen wearing number 19 here in the competition. Number 19 for Belgium with Robbie de Vena alongside. And there is the now 3 times world champion with Koen Hermans and Ben van den Bogart right on his tail with 16 minutes of racing remaining. Van Leeuwen now is past Dan Foden and Josh Chamberlain, but the British crew, left-hand sidecar, doing a great job here, holding off Koen Hermans. That's going to be a tough call, I can tell you, because Koen Hermans, with the new mega engine, is so fast. But you heard Brett Wilkinson say it's become a little bit of a one-line track, and you can see the tram lines, they get in those ruts, very difficult to pass. You have to try and find an alternative line. Hermans then by. Hermans then the number 1. Dutch champions, of course, from last year. And then you can see out in front of Hermans, it's Marvin van Leeuwen. So Hermans past the British crew. And now on his way to try and close down Marvin van Leeuwen and Robbie de Vena. Clock at 0. Irish crew, tail-enders here. What a great ride we've seen by Koen Hermans, but what a great ride by Kylian Evon Prunier. The Frenchman absolutely imperious with a fantastic start here. Take the checkered flag, and they are some 12-14 seconds up the road from Koen Hermans, who will be coming into view very shortly. Here they come. Koen Hermans, Ben van den Bogart, 2nd place for them. Van Leeuwen for Belgium in 3rd. And a great ride by Tim Prummer, who managed to make his way past Dan Foden and Josh Chamberlain.
We're here with race 1 winners then for the A and the B, Kylian and Evon Prunier, and what a great race it was as well, start to finish. That was amazing.
Yeah, this is amazing. Best way possible to start the day. Took the all shot. We were able and very fit to make the gap. and we saw that the gap were deeper and deeper each round. And at the halfway, we decided to put the cruise control because there is a lot of race and not take any risk. But yeah, very happy. We love the track. It's very technical. The jumps are very technical. It's perfect for us. We just hope the best for the rest of the day. Yeah.
It's been a great race, and let's have a word with your brother as well there, of course, Ivan Prunier. Wow, amazing. More again later?
Yeah, really happy about our hit. I really deserve to manage my physique, and I did a really good race. And yeah, that was amazing. I was waiting this. It's been a while, so I'm happy about me and Kilian.
Perfect, thank you very much. Merci, all the best for later.
Thanks a lot.
Well, there it is. That was a great ride. Nearly 14 seconds, the winning margin. Kilian Evan Prunier, Hermans Van Lukenen, Tim Prumer. There's a bit of a controversial overtaking move, which Dan Foden and Josh Chamberlain were not happy about. Whether words were exchanged, I've no idea. But this is sport. It gets a bit tough sometimes. Wyman brothers, next, heading up the next table there. Hamard, Molds, Vekoda, the Czechs, Wilson for Ireland, Fiorini, the Italians. Well, you know, the Italians, fantastic, good. Strength in depth here. What a great race. Well, the crowd loved it. Race 2 is Group B and Group C. So some of those you saw in that race will go again into 15 seconds then. Who is going to get the whole shot this time? Looking over on the right-hand side, looks like Davy Sanders on the extreme right. So let's take a look. He won a qualifying race yesterday. Watch the gate. Down goes the gate. Sanders over on the right, got a good one. Right in the middle, who's it? That's Gert Gordiev. That's the number 15 Estonian. Gert Gordiev really flying off the line. The pale blue shirts, yellow helmet, Gordiev. The Lille Bardis boys are in there. That looks like Brett Wilkinson and Joe Millard sorting into second place. I think it was the British crew, the number 6 crew of Wilkinson and Millard. Yes, it is. The Lille Bardis boys are in there, but they've got some work to do. So have the French. Thomas Amar is in there. 8. Number 9 is his teammate Gennady Ovray. The French team is very, very strong. But Gordiev absolutely flying, leading this one. But a long way to go. You know, the clock ticking down, but there's still a great deal of racing left on this track. Goes without saying, we're only just on the opening lap. But the crowd loving it. It's still bitingly cold, but it's got a bit drier and a bit clearer here now. We had some heavy overnight rain before qualifying, but you can see the dust kicking up already on this track. Now we've actually got to race day. But Gordiev going to be a difficult nut to crack here because there is only one line opening out. You can see Brett Wilkinson and Joe Millard following the Estonian round. A fantastic ride, actually, by Gordiev. He and Nicky de Bruyne looking strong together. It's a very slight build as well, Gordiev. He's not a great burly, muscly man, but he knows how to get it off the line and he knows how to ride defensively, and he's got them queuing up, backing up behind him now. Brett Wilkinson passed. Brett Wilkinson and Joe Millard now are past the Estonian. Now, who has gone with them? Looks like the Lille Bardis boys might have gone with them. There they are. The Lille Bardis boys riding number 12 here. They are the C group competitors. So this is the race for Group B against Group C. And therefore, for the Netherlands there, we have number 2, Tim Leffering, and Dion Rietman in the orange shirt riding for the Netherlands. And we also have Gert van Verven. Gert van Verven going well. The number 3 crew out there as well. So Gert van Verven and Han van Haal very much in the mix. There, Daniel and Bruno Lille Bardis with their mega 2-stroke. And they are now really, really in the hunt, and they are in the lead, having passed Brett Wilkinson and Joe Millard, and they are opening up a huge, huge gap. But I can tell you, Brett Wilkinson chasing hard. He's still in second place. Neil Bardis then in front, moving among the traffic. Heavily edited racing, of course, because we've got to squeeze 3 of these team races into the highlight show for you, as well as the interviews and everything else. Davy Sanders and Jarno Stegmans in 3rd place behind Wilkinson for Team Belgium. Young Jarno Stegmans, such an enthusiastic and a vocal passenger as well. Very articulate, has perfect English, as indeed does Davy Sanders, who's already committed to going ahead with a full season next year. Neil Bardis boys then, blue flags being waved. They are on their final lap for victory here in the 2nd race. This nation's competition always so popular and attracting a wide scope of some 12 countries. 36 teams then entered, and they race, as you know now, in groups of 2 from each team. Team Denmark, Team Austria, the slowest of the bunch, not known, of course, for their sidecar motocross prowess. Well, not in this day and age anyway. Final lap then for the Neil Bardis boys, following them round into the closing stages, and the Latvian supporters here wildly enthusiastic, helping them every inch of the way. Over the whoops, over the last couple of jumps, and the Neil Bardis boys home and dry here to victory in race 2 by a country mile, it has to be said. Down this hill through the bottom, they've done it. Just the one climb and the one jump ahead, and there is a checkered flag. Job done for Daniel and Bruno, Neil Bardis. Good runner-up spot though for Brett Wilkinson and Joe Millard. They will be thrilled, but they are a long way back. But looking as though they had some mechanical problems, and that indeed proved to be the case. Checkered flag being waved then. Over they go. Confirmation of runner-up spot for Wilkinson and Millard, ahead of Sanders and Stegmans, who were not that far behind them.
We're here with the winners of race number 2 there, Daniel and Bruno Liobardis, but now we can have a word with Daniel's here. So you have a lot of support here from the Latvian fans. It must mean so much to take victory in front of them here in race 2.
Yeah, of course we know that we have to do it, because this is the weakest race, I think, all of them. Yeah, we had an okay start, but we fight pretty quick to the first place, so we just rode in our rhythm, and I'm happy that we finished first place in such a big Latvian crowd.
Are you looking forward to do the same later on this afternoon?
Of course, I hope I have a same start, about 4th place, and I think we can do it.
Great stuff. Thank you very much. All the best for later.
Thank you.
Well, Neil Bardis from Wilkinson, Sanders, Leffering. Oh, the Wyman boys did well, up to 5th for Germany. The 2 Frenchmen there welded together, Ovray and Hamar, and that was good. Gordiev from that cracking start, and Stuart Brown and Lewis Gray, 9th for Great Britain, ahead of that flying Estonian, Normack, who made a cracking start. Rupex, Adrian Petter, Campbell, Kimdekot, Vekoda, the Lasagna brothers, and the rest of the guys there. How many finishers did we have? Well, we've got 20 there. Did the other 4 make it home? One of them didn't start. Well, the 3rd and final race then here for Group A and Group C. So Koen Hermans goes again in this one. The Neil Bardis boys go in this one. And we're into 15 seconds. And does Gordiev go again? Is he going to be a thorn in the side? I think he does, actually. Gordiev gets to go again. What's he going to do then? He's going from the same place. It looks like Gordiev has done it again, has he? Well, he's pretty close, but no, it's Daniel and Bruno Neil Bardis. But Gordiev is right there in the mix. And so is Team Belgium very much in the mix. I didn't see Brett Wilkinson in that lineup in the first turn, but he and Dan Foden go together. Let's look for the first left-hand chair. There is Brunier. Brunier with Koen Hermans right behind him. Number 7, Brunier. Kylian Evan Brunier, race 1 winners. What can they do this time? Well, a fantastic start again by Gert Gordiev. He's proving to be very, very difficult here. There he is, the Estonian, ahead of Kilian and Evon Prunier. Koen Hermans looking fantastically strong here. But so is Leal Bardis. Leal Bardis really, really going well. Marvin van Lukenen in the mix as well. So where is Marvin van Lukenen going to wind up, I wonder, at the end of this? Going well then, van Lukenen. And there Gert Gordiev ahead of a left-hand chair, and there's Dan Foden with him. And then we've got the Frenchman behind. So Gordiev and Nicky de Bruyne still proving to be difficult for Dan Foden, but he's alongside over the jump. Dan Foden, Josh Chamberlain, the number 4 crew, go past the Estonian. Well, the Leal Bardis boys are away with it, but Van Lukenen is very much in the running up the front. Meanwhile, Brett Wilkinson and Joe Millard fighting their way through, and they've got some work to do. Dan Foden, Josh Chamberlain going well. Wilkinson then looking good here, and that's Tim Prumer and Jens Vincent. Ahead of them, the Germans going past Gordiev. Wilkinson then has now got Gordiev between himself and Tim Prumer. Oh, that's Leal Bardis. Leal Bardis. The Mega has stopped. Have they got it going again? They're losing time here. Well, they've dropped a few places. They've gone down into the top 10, I think, without it. But that's Prunier. That's Evon Prunier. What's going on? That's Kilian off the bike. That's Kilian Prunier, not Evan. That's Kilian Prunier off the bike. What's happened? So he must have had some instant there. He's off it. That's unusual. The passenger then left to run on into the bank by the look of it. But Belgium, Marvin van Lukenen successful here. The number 19 crew. Victory for them. Over they go. Checkered flag. Win for Van Lukenen. Van Lukenen, Robbie de Vena. Fantastic stuff. And bringing it home in second will be Koen Hermans. Koen Hermans and Ben van den Bogart ahead of Brett Wilkinson and Joe Millard. Well, that was drama. I've no idea what happened to Prunier, and I have no idea what happened to the Leal Bardis boys, but that's dented their chances somewhat for Team Latvia. What a ride for Team Great Britain. Fantastic stuff.
Stuart, 2 good solid rides. You were a strong member of the team and you very nearly took first place.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, it was, we thought we'd got it. Obviously 1 point in it, but the full team, you know, they've done absolutely brilliant. Dan and Brett, you know, obviously it's just amazing really how well they did, and we obviously contributed, but we'd like to have done more, but for the amount of riding we've done, we're happy with the result.
Yeah, big incident during the race. We are pushing very hard. We had a great rhythm, taking a little bit of space with Koen and coming back a little bit on Marvin. So we had a very good speed, but unfortunately my front wheel took a little bit of mud and I go straight into on the side of the track and I rolled over the sidecar. It was a difficult laps just before that, just after that, but it was okay. Finally we got a podium. Very good. With everything happened, it's very good for us. And now I can only thank the French Federation first of all. They did an amazing job. They put us in a very good shape with the hospitality, with the sportswear, with everything, with the trainer. Thanks to them, because we could not be there without them. And of course thanks to our sponsors, all the fans watching the TV at home. So thanks to everybody.
Yeah, it was a really tough race for me. First heat, of course, they did not finish, and we had to swap engine on the last stage of the minute, so we made it. And then the race, we had also some problems. Heintje dropped out one time, stepped back in, and that was enough to claim the overall podium. And thanks to my teammates who did a perfect job all day long. And yeah, we did it. It's the end of the career now.
Congratulations and well done. I'll see you around.
Yeah, thank you. Will do.
Well, Gert van Verven has announced his retirement, the end of a career, but that's how the team finished up then. Netherlands, Great Britain, France, strong third, and then Belgium, of course, Germany, Latvia, Estonia, and further down the order, all the other guys. But Close thing, Netherlands did it again, but Great Britain nearly had them, just 1 point the difference. What a shame. But never mind. It goes to the Netherlands, I think, next year. Competition will be in Holland, so that's going to be interesting. Maybe we're good in the sand as well. But this is a fantastic weekend in Loket. What an event. Named after the bend in the river, Loket proved to be an absolutely terrific Sidecarcross of Nations 2024. Brings to a close the season. We hope you've enjoyed what has been a terrific year. From me, Barry Nutley, thanks for joining us all through the year. Winter well, we'll see you in 2025.
That never was and ask why not. We never stop, so go on when you're finished. And even when we bleed, still believe that we can win this. We got what's underneath, you're all about that image. We never even stop.